we tested one of the most popular, and I'm not going to talk about who it was or whatever, most popular launch services, because everyone's like, oh, you got to launch, you got to use a launch service. They're phenomenal, right? Oh, they're the best thing since sliced bread. Now, I've never really used one before. I've always used, the giveaways and stuff like that. When I say giveaways, I mean like the jump sends of the world. But this particular service, all they do really is these major, 15-day campaigns. And so the cost was about $400, and this was 12 days. Over 12 days.
I'm sorry, man. Hold on.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, it's Mike here, and we just launched version 7 of our Amazon training course, where we walk you through the process of how we sold just in the last 30 days, our first 30 days, over 1,000 products with the brand new ranking strategies that we're now showing to the public. We've trained over 1,000 students, and last year alone we did over $3.2 million online. And if you go to my site, put your credit card away, enter just your first name and your email address, I'll immediately send you a series of free training videos that walk you through the process.
586 coupons were given out with a 20% conversion rate. So essentially 117 coupons were used. Our ranking was actually flat. I think it went up a couple, 3 or 4, but overall flat. The biggest concern we had, and this has never ever happened to us before until this situation, is the frequency of hijackers grew exponentially, right? Literally, within 2 weeks after the launch, right after that whole thing ended, we started getting 3, 4, 5, 6 hijackers at a time, and we knew they were from this campaign because they only had 1 or 2 products, units, So it definitely, that was the only thing we did outside of pay-per-click at this time at that deep of a discount. So we knew it was from that. And what the reality is that the reason Amazon's starting to rate the buyers is just for this reason alone, because they're finding that the type of buyer that these launch services are using in their database are buyers that all they do is buy based on the launch services, and then they resell and whatever. So the reason our ranking was flat, because those buyers don't have a good rating, and so you don't get as much rank juice from them versus what you would if you got a lower discount or a different buyer or through pay-per-click. So you have, you basically you 80% pay-per-click, and then literally in order of what works the best. Pay-per-click, heavy, heavy, heavy. Then I do the giveaways, Amazon sponsored giveaways, which I've explained before, which is literally hands down the least expensive, most productive way to get people to your listing. So I do that, and then Facebook. And then I'll do sprinkle in some of that jump send or whatever, 90% off or whatever, just on a very limited basis at launch. Long term, none of that. Long term, on pay-per-click and Facebook and giveaways. That's literally what's working for us. Now we've spent the last 2 weeks trying to deal with our hijackers. So I would never do it again. Some people, I have a couple students here that's saying they have similar experience. So that's just my recommendation to all you guys. You'll move some units, but I'll tell you what, man, I mean, the hassle that it's created us is not worth, the ranking was insignificant, to be quite perfectly honest with you. So that was our experience with them. I would definitely still follow, continue to watch the videos on my pay-per-click strategies and the things that I recommend, because that's what works. And we did and we'll do this again in January, we did 5 students got on a call with me on a Saturday morning for like 3 or 4 hours, and I went through every one of their pay-per-clicks. And I want to tell you what, some of the results are pretty awesome, and they continue to provide me with feedback. And I've had students that have gone from hundreds of dollars a day to less than $100 a day with more sales, just because they fully optimize. So I'm gonna try to do that once a month. We'll call it, because pay-per-click is the most expensive and could be the best. or worst thing to happen to your Amazon account. So we'll continue to do that. I'll do another 5 students in January. And, we track with them for about 30 to 45 days specifically and see how they do. So we've had some really good results with that, and just continues to prove that pay-per-click is definitely, the fastest and most relevant way to rank these days, more so than it ever was. So anyways, that's my thing.
I've really felt like since I've joined, this is one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
From August 2nd to September 2nd, I generated 15,000 in sales.
I did about 6K one day.
We set a goal of 300 sales in the first 2 weeks, and we met that in 8 days.
Our first 12, 13 days, we've averaged just over $1,000 per day in revenue.
Right now I've got 74 5-star reviews, bestseller ranks at 29, and I've sold in 45 days almost 500 units.
We are moving about 15 to 20 units per day right now.
We were #1 new release on Amazon within 24 hours.
The last 12 months would have been in July. I reached, 6 figures.
I've seen the result and I've been very impressed.
Today actually is ironic that we're making this video because we hit our biggest numbers sales organically.
We still made 150% on our investment.
By far, the level of accountability you guys bring and support to your team it's uncanny.
What you guys are teaching us changed my life.
Just mind-blowing and very helpful in helping us launch our products.
We were able to create an entire business from scratch with no knowledge before, really, of how to sell on Amazon.
It gave us basically a roadmap to get involved in e-commerce without having to reinvent a wheel.
If I didn't have this training to follow, I'm sure it would be very difficult for me to research everything and to come up with a process that would work.
The way Mike and Matt teach is really a foolproof method.
The quality and integrity of the program is amazing. The clarity of instruction and the detail of instruction is really easy to follow along.
I've been amazed with how robust and how much information they have in their program.
I get so much information from the training videos, and it's incredible.
Love the modules that I can listen to them again and again.
The steps that are laid out are very much succinct and something that you can follow.
It really is good to just consistently go over and over and over the same the basics in order to get your business up and running.
Everything that you've taught me so far has been useful. I've used a number of it both in this side business and also at my day job.
You guys been helping me out with the Voxer talks, the live training videos that you guys have been sending me.
Learning that this even exists, learning the process and how to be successful has really been great.
I like how the information can be applied to other businesses, other online ventures that you might want to do.
We love this business for the business model.
I'm just so excited to be selling online and making money in a way that I never thought I would.
I'm just excited to get this started.
If you want free time and you know how this passive income system can work, I think you'll see the same thing.
Ultimately pour into the things that I love, and for me personally, that's my family.
I'm just grateful for you guys. I feel like you're super positive.
One of the things that you guys do is set the tone for giving everything you've got.
You go above and beyond.
They aim to over-deliver. They don't need to do as much as they do, but they do it anyway.
Mike and Matt are just regular people. Successful, but willing to share the knowledge and help us become successful too.